She rejected every man, believing her beauty would never fade. But time was watching, and it never forgets. In the village of Umuakwa, there lived a young, beautiful girl admired by everyone who knew her. Her name was Adana, and from the moment she came of age, her beauty became the pride of the village. Each morning, as the sun rose slowly behind tall palm trees, villagers paused their work to watch her pass. Women whispered in admiration, men stared in awe, and children ran after her barefoot, calling her name like a song. Adana knew she was beautiful. She carried herself with confidence and poise, moving as though time itself paused for her steps. Her skin was smooth and radiant, her eyes sparkled with mischief, and her smile could charm even strangers into believing they were chosen. Everywhere she went, attention followed, and she walked through life certain that her beauty would never fade. Often she would sit beneath the wide udala tree with her friends, Ngozi, Amaka and Sade, laughing freely and sharing their dreams. From that shady spot they watched young men pass, farmers, traders and craftsmen, each hoping to win Adana's favour. Some were shy, others bold, some came with gifts, some with promises, and every one of them left with disappointment because Adana rejected them all. "My beauty is rare," she often told her friends, brushing her hair behind her ears. "I cannot rush my future. Time is on my side." Her friends laughed with her, though they sometimes exchanged uneasy glances, sensing that pride could be dangerous. The first suitor, Chukwudi, a humble farmer, arrived with his parents, offering kola nuts, palm wine, and respectful words. His eyes were honest, his hands strong from labour, his heart sincere. Adana listened politely, then laughed lightly. "You want me to wake up every morning smelling of cassava and sweat?" she asked, and he left quietly, never returning. Next came Ikenna, a trader with wealth from distant towns, proud of his riches. Adana leaned close and whispered, "Your money is loud, but your mind is empty." He left that same evening, humiliated. Suitors came and went, some clever, some kind, some quiet. But Adana dismissed them all. Yet not everyone laughed at her pride. Mama Onkiru, the village elder, bent and wise, watched silently from her doorway. Her cloudy eyes missed nothing. One evening she called Adana close. "Child," she said, "do you know why the moon never stays full?" Adana smiled. "Because it enjoys resting." "No," Mama Nkiru replied softly. "Fullness is never meant to last." Adana nodded politely and walked away, her beauty still blazing in the twilight. She did not hear the warning whispered in the wind, carried over the rooftops and mud paths. Years passed quietly. Time moved without announcing itself. Mirrors became less flattering, younger girls grew into beauty, and the stares and compliments that once followed Adana began to fade. She noticed small changes first, a faint line near her eyes, skin requiring more care, longer pauses before smiles. Suitors stopped coming, and the market continued as if she did not exist. At the New Yam Festival, the village gathered in celebration. Drums thundered, dancers leaped, and new brides were admired. Adana dressed carefully in her finest wrapper, beads arranged just so, hair neat as ever. Yet this time, eyes lingered elsewhere. Her beauty, once magnetic, had lost its power. She stood among the crowd, visible but unseen. That night she cried for the first time, chest aching with quiet regret. Then came Obinna, a traveller resting in Umuakwa for a season. He spoke gently, listened carefully, and never praised her looks. Instead, he asked her about her joys, her fears, her regrets. Adana felt a strange warmth. a new kind of recognition, as if he saw her soul rather than her reflection. When she asked why he never praised her beauty, he replied simply, "Beauty fades. I was looking for what stays." By the time Adana realized she loved him, Obinna was already preparing to leave. "I waited too long," she whispered. "Yes," he said kindly, "but you have learned." And with that, he left at dawn, leaving her with understanding and bittersweet peace. Adana did not marry Obinna, nor did she marry anyone else. But she changed. She became softer, wiser, and patient. Beneath the udala tree, she taught younger girls the lessons she had learned. That beauty is a season, that time is a river, and that wisdom, even when it comes late, is never wasted.